Hotel Wild where it's all change again. Dad's off to Belgium tomorrow on business. And Georgina's parents were supposed to be coming to look after us, but they cancelled at the last minute. Surprise, surprise. So now Dad's frantically trying to find a replacement. And for a man who says he doesn't really want to go to the chocolate capital of Europe, he seems to be trying pretty hard. Of course, we want Aunt Yvette to look after us. But Dad says he needs someone sensible. Sensible? He can talk. Anyway, who's got time for all that when I've got enough problems of my own?
Hi, Nat.
You see, on the one hand, I've got Chris. Nice Chris. Dependable Chris. Boring Chris. Well, on the other hand, I've got Dave. Thrilling Dave, unpredictable Dave, dangerous Dave, who works at the DIY shop, but really he's an eco-warrior.
Earth calling Natalie, come in please.
And that's just the thing, because you always know where you are with Chris. Chris is reliable and stable and sensible and, well, basically, he's Chris. But Dave's an adventure. He's unpredictable and unreliable and exciting and fascinating and, well, he's got transport. Okay, so it's a moped, but you see my problem. Dangerous Dave, sensible Chris. Dave, Chris. And I'm going out with both of them.
Nat.
No, I just wanted to ask you a favour because... Oh, have you? Oh, really? Oh.
Of course, Sarah Wiggins disapproves. She says, technically, I'm two-timing them, and Chris Kitto deserves better. But then she would say that. She's always fancied Chris, and she's never made a secret of it either.
Oh, you know what it's like.
And then there's Annie Smurden, who begged me to leave Dave, but then he finished with her anyway. So romantic.
Hmm? Oh, yes, no, I need someone to look after the children while I'm away, and I thought, well, who better than their granny? What do you mean? I'm not abandoning them. I'm not afraid of responsibility. George and Penny were going to look after them, but they've let me down. Yes, I know George is very busy. So am I.
And there you have it. My dilemma. With untold beauty and dazzling charm comes the burden of great responsibility. I've got to dump one of them. But which one?
Hey.
Where are you going?
Driving lesson. What's it look like?
But I thought you failed your test.
Yes, which is why I need more lessons. Get a grip, Nat.
I think I'm preoccupied.
If I took a leaf out of George's book, I'd never be here. I'd be in Greece, digging up some old village by the sea where it's lovely and warm and... Yes, I know it's very hard work. Yeah, and there's a lot of digging involved. What do you mean I was always afraid of getting my hands dirty? Hang on. Look, Georgina, I'm afraid I haven't got time for your lesson.
But you promised.
I know, but someone else has agreed to take you.
Someone else? People might see me.
It's Matt or nothing.
I want to learn to drive. I've got to learn to drive. Let's go.
Okay, if that's the way you feel, that's fine. No, I'll just find someone else. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Who else is there? Except Yvette.
Dr. Wild.
Mrs. T.
I really must insist that Arthur does something about his room. I can hardly get in there to clean.
Yeah, of course. Yes, Mrs. T, I'll ask him. But while we're on the subject, there's something I wanted to ask you.
Me?
Who can be bothered to change when there's an important matter of love to resolve?
Well, Dr. Wild, I'm flattered you've asked me, but I really would need to think about it before accepting.
Dad?
Yeah, hang on, Natalie. Of course, Mrs. T, think about it by all means. How soon could you let me know?
Tomorrow?
Well, the thing is, I'm actually going tomorrow.
It's a big commitment, Dr. Wild.
Yes, no, of course. No, yeah, tomorrow's fine.
Good. Before I go, I'll just do your knickknacks.
Right, what was I doing? Oh, yes, packing.
Dad, there's something I wanted to ask you.
I can't wait. I've got an awful lot of packing to do.
I can help you if you like.
Deal.
Dad?
Yes?
Remember when you and Mum first met?
Yes.
And remember how Mum was already going out with someone at the time?
Yes.
And remember how she couldn't make up her mind which of you she liked best, you or Mad Mike? So she two-timed you for a while until she made up her mind, and then she chose you.
She two-timed me?
Yes, for 3 weeks, remember?
3 weeks?
Well, anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
She two-timed me for 3 whole weeks?
'Cause you see, the thing is, well, 'cause now I'm kind of in the same situation.
Sorry, are we actually talking about you and your,
Boyfriends, yes. I don't know what to do.
hang on, I think I got your mother's phone number somewhere.
Dad, I've got to choose one of them and I don't know which one. How do I decide?
Well, obviously, you approach it as if you were buying a car.
A car?
Yeah, pros and cons. You get some pen and paper, we'll make 2 lists.
These would be great for the pond. They'd attract more wildlife.
Are we going to study them first?
Of course, but we'll have to keep it quiet. I've been banned from bringing things into the house since the kittens.
Bet David Attenborough never had this trouble.
Exactly. So if I get caught 15 snails, my life just wouldn't be worth living.
Arthur,
yes?
I want a word with you.
Oh, really? What about?
I'll be off then, Dr. Wild.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. T. I was just going to have a word with Arthur about tidying his room.
My room? Oh, of course, no problem. Sure, I'll get right to it now.
That's what I like to hear. A bit of obedience for a change. What have you got there?
Where?
In that box?
Box? Oh, in the box. Oh, nothing.
Mollusca gastropoda pulmonata.
Yeah.
Kids today. If it's not foreign, they won't eat it, will they? Bye then, Dr. Wild. I'll give you my answer tomorrow.
What did you mean by that?
I've asked Mrs. T to look after you, just till Uncle George gets here. So, Arthur, please tidy your room. If Mrs. Tinge says no, you'll end up with Aunt Yvette.
It's up to you, what? You're our only hope. Don't let us down.
Yeah, that's the spirit. You listen to your sister.
Okay.
Taurus the Bull. Tomorrow will be a day full of surprises.
Oh, hang on a minute. I don't like surprises.
But don't blame me, it's the stars.
Unless of the cheek.
Sorry, where was I? Taurus the Bull, blah, 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 surprises. Oh, yes, and they won't all be pleasant.
Well, of course they won't be pleasant. I don't like them, do I? Unless we're talking surprise presents. That's different. Like little brass knickknacks, maybe, or collectible crystal. Oh, you can never have too many knickknacks. That's what I always say.
I'm supposed to be doing
I'm
your...
talking.
Fine.
It's when you come into my hallway. That's when it hits you. Knickknacks. A vast panorama of hand-painted geese migrating up my stairwell.
Okay, 2 lists. Let's see what we got. Chris. Sensible, reliable, punctual, trustworthy, honest, hard-working, clean, and good cooking.
Good looking. That says good looking.
Good looking, right. Oh, well, he sounds nice. He sounds like my kind of car. Now, Dave. Yes. Reckless, unreliable, deceitful, grubby shyster.
Hey.
Okay. Generous, principled eco-activist with a moped you fell off and hurt yourself on. And also he's absolutely grotesque.
What? Absolutely gorgeous. Dad, that's important.
Oh, right, of course. Well, that all seems pretty clear, doesn't it?
You know, you're right. Mum would never have thought of doing it like this. 2 lists, and it really works. Chris or Dave? It's suddenly so obvious. I've got to finish with Chris.
Nice, Chris.
And keep going out with Dave.
Dangerous Dave.
Thanks, Dad. Mwah, you're a genius.
Hi.
Hi, how's the lesson with Matt?
Oh, great. Actually, we had a crash.
What?
Only a little one.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
See, I knew you'd make a fuss, but I'm fine, really. I'm perfectly fine, look, not a scratch.
And how's Matt?
Whiplash and a sprained wrist.
Oh, no.
We crashed into a lawyer, Dr. Wild.
A trainee lawyer, and he's completely gorgeous and sophisticated.
That means old.
So how did it happen?
We were just driving along, minding our own business, when this lawyer starts reversing out of his garage.
He pulled out in front of you?
No.
I mounted the pavement and shot up his drive.
What?
We glanced off his Peugeot, ploughed through his porch and parked on his patio.
We exchanged insurance details and he commented on my eyes.
What did he say?
He said they were haunting.
This is terrible.
No, it's great. He's admitting full responsibility and I've got a date.
What?
He's admitting responsibility.
In return for a date?
That's sad.
It's sweet.
It's just not fair.
It's not fair. Why should I have to tidy my room? It's not like anyone else has to live in it. It's just one of those stupid grown-up things. And I bet most grown-ups would really like to leave their underwear and stuff all over the floor and not clean the bath and talk with their mouths full and not do the washing up. Well, I bet Dad would anyway. Except they can't, because they're grown-ups, and being tidy is one of the rules of being a grown-up. And anyway, it's not natural to have a tidy room. I mean, if I was a blackbird, my room would just be twigs. And if I was a mole, I wouldn't have a carpet, and it would all be mud on the floor, and on the walls, and on the ceilings.
Great. Hey, now that would be brilliant.
I could live in a tunnel in the garden. It'd be like camping underground. And you can't tidy mud up. And girls hate dirt, so Mum and Dad and Natalie and Georgina wouldn't have any reason to go in there at all. Shut up, Jasper!
It's Saturday.
Sure is.
But Dad's still got some meetings to go to before he leaves for Belgium.
Come on, Dad, rise and shine, get up, you're going to be late.
What do you think?
Don't mind.
I know, don't mind you.
No, it's just that they're so...
Colourful,
And you're normally so...
drab.
And it's just such a...
Surprise, I'm changing my image. But to be honest, Nat, they're all a bit girly for me. I think I need something a bit more mature, more adult, more...
How old is he?
None of your business.
Wow, that's old.
He's coming round later and we're going for afternoon tea. Anyway, what have you got planned?
I'm dumping Chris.
You've just got to be ruthless.
But I don't think I can be. That's why I got myself into this mess in the first place.
And just tell him you've changed.
But I haven't. Look at me. The only thing that's changed is my number of boyfriends.
But you must be incompatible somehow. Like he's into tennis and...
So am I.
Or he's into riding and...
So am I.
Or he's completely boring and...
I'll think of something, okay?
Yes?
I'd come to see Miss Wild.
Step this way, sir. Mr. Kitto to see you, milady.
Hello, Chris.
Natalie.
Thank you, Wortley. That'll be all.
Yes, milady.
Natalie, you look...
I know, Chris. I look gorgeous.
Yuck.
Do you mind?
I bought you some manure for your roses.
Chris, please. This charade can't go on. We both know why you're here.
It's true. How can I hide these tender feelings I have for you? I adore you, Natalie. I adore you more than anything else in the world, including my horse.
I know, Chris. But this has to stop. You see, my darling, there is another.
No.
Yes. And his name's Dave.
Nat.
Yes. Dangerous Dave.
What, you mean...
Yes. Dangerous Dave, who works in the DIY shop but is really an eco-warrior.
But he's so handsome and rugged and brave. And...
I know.
Well, how can I possibly compete with him?
You can't, Chris, you can't. And you shouldn't even try. You'll only make yourself miserable.
But I'm head over heels in love with you. Darn it. Don't me now and you'll break my heart forever.
I'm sorry, Chris. But I have no choice.
Well, in that case, I wish you every happiness. And even though this hurts me more than anything else in the world, even though I'll never look at another gal ever again, I won't hold this against you.
Thank you, Chris.
Bye.
I'll never forget you. If only it were that simple.
You know, there is one thing you could try.
Morning, Natalie.
Georgina, Mrs. T. Georgina.
Oh, Mrs. T, just in time. thanks very much for coming in on Saturday like this.
It's all right, Dr. Wild. You couldn't very well leave them on their own.
No, of course not. And I was wondering if you'd...
I'll let you know later today, Dr. Wild. But I think I might just say yes.
Oh, fantastic. Right.
What do you think of the new look then, Jasper? Pretty colourful, hey?
How would I know?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Dogs can't see colours, can they?
Just as well.
Morning, Natalie.
Georgina.
Ooh, Georgina.
I just got bored of being mysterious and unapproachable.
Right.
It means she wasn't getting approached.
Oh, right, the lawyer.
Could be. That's got nothing to do with it.
No, well, whatever the reason, Georgina, I think it's a great improvement. But, what do I know? Right, now, Mrs. T will be getting you your lunch, and Arthur?
Yeah.
Remember what I said? I want your room ready for Mrs. T by 12 o'clock.
No problem.
Right, I'm off. Be good.
Bye.
I'm doing it for Chris. It's for his own good. Now pass the butter.
Why don't you tell him the truth? That you're releasing him, letting him go. He's free.
I don't understand.
Don't worry, Nats. It'll definitely work.
How can you be so sure?
Natalie, I've been dressing like that for 3 whole years. Believe me, it works.
Bats on elastic. Check. And Sounds of the Wild? Check. Geraldine? Check. David and David? Check. And 11 snails? Check. 11? Well, 4 of them escaped. Check.
Haunting. Ah, yes. I can see what he means. Time to reinvent, Georgina, my dear. All the major stars go through a reinvention now and then. Dr. Nigel Dipstick, our shimmer pop psycho, says, most boys are attracted by the siren look. Red lipstick, bags of mascara, the works. It all says, come hither. And nature has programmed their poor male brains to respond unquestioningly. Worth a try? Wow! Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Not you, sunshine. Read on. What? Read the rest of it. Oh, right. However. Oh, bother. Why do they always have to stick those howevers in? However, real men know, deep inside, that the woman who is to be their soulmate needs inner beauty. A woman preoccupied with her looks is self-centered. As men mature, it is the natural look they crave in their partners. Natural? I don't think I can do natural.
Hello, Mrs. T. Is Natalie around?
Natalie? Oh, I hope your room's all ready for me, Arthur.
It's never been ready, Mrs. T.
Good.
The redback spider is common in Australia. Male redbacks are small, inoffensive little spiders who are no danger to anyone, but the bite of the female, which is a glossy black with a scarlet stripe, can cause illness, pain, and even death. Good luck, Chris.
Best of luck, Chris. Oh, Chris, it's you.
Nats, what's wrong? Someone died.
Not someone, Chris. Something. Deep inside.
Yuck!
I see. So you know what I've come to say.
What do you mean, what you've come to say?
Look, Nats, I just don't think this is working. Do you?
You don't think this is working? What do you mean it's not working?
Well, you've obviously got other things on your mind. We don't see each other as much as we did.
Okay, so we see half as much of each other.
Nats.
You're dumping me!
Yes.
Wow, 2 seconds flat. No wonder I can never get a date.
You're dumping me!
Nats, I'm
But
sorry.
we were going to play tennis!
I know, but...
We still can, can't we?
Look, Nats, I'm sorry, really. But I've made other plans.
Other plans? Who with?
Hello. I've come for Georgina. Is she in?
Gavin!
Gina!
Chris!
How utterly delightful to see you.
I just need your signature on these, and then we can go for afternoon tea.
Certainly.
Gina, stop! I'm admitting full responsibility.
What?
For the crash, I'm saying it was me.
Mrs. T, it's all right now.
They've all gone.
Hello, Mrs. T. Good day.
Creatures, Dr. Wild. Your house is full of creatures.
What?
Great hairy spiders and rats and elephants and bats and...
Don't forget the snails.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and so am I, Dr. Wild. But I've considered your offer and I won't be looking after the children.
Oh, no, Mrs. T, that means I'm stuck. I won't be able to go to Belgium.
Oh, no, it's all right, Dad. I phoned on the vet and she's on the way now.
Oh, good thinking, Arthur. Well done.
So thanks, Dr. Wild, but no thanks. And I won't be coming back.
Hola!
Creatures are right.
Yes! Sarah Wiggins. He dumped me for Sarah Wiggins. I know. He's been two-timing me. Despicable. He even made a list. So insensitive. I know. Nats, can I borrow that pink top of yours?
Go, Snails, go! I'm releasing you. You're free. Free to live by the pond.
Well, thanks for agreeing to look after them, Yvette. You've been a lifesaver.
No problem, dear. Glad I was able to help. Anyway, it gives me a chance to get my own little place redecorated.
It must be a great feeling after all that time in prison in a lunchbox to finally be released into the wild. Oh, look, a thrush.
You promise you'll be good while I'm away?
Of course we will. Won't we, Nats?
Whatever.
Wow, look at those birds.
Right, well, I suppose I better be off. Bye.
Bye.
Be good. Cheer up now. It's not the end of the world. Happens to all of us at some point, apparently.
No, the birds are eating the snails.
I have to leave them. It's our ecosystem in action.
Yeah, but they're banging them on the gateposts.
That's how they eat them.
Looks like everyone's eaten today except me.
Yeah, but Dad, it's my fault. If I only release them at night...
Then something else would have had them for supper.
Hello?
See, Arthur, that's how it works.
Natalie? It's for you.
Hey, and listen, while I'm away, you make sure you're really nice to Natalie, okay? She's really down in the dumps at the moment.
Dave! No, everything's great. Yes.